The hate and vitriol coming from MAGA fanatics across the country has reached a fevered pitch after Donald Trump and the entire Republican Party basically had a clean sweep of last week's elections. You would think that these people would be out, I don't know, celebrating. You'd think they'd be happy, like, hey, cool, we won, awesome. We don't have to be filled with hatred towards everybody because we're now the majority in every branch of government. But nope. Never good enough for them, right? So these little bastards, and I'm referring, of course, to the MAGA incel, or the incel wing, I guess, of the MAGA party, they have been out there on social media for the last week and a half with a new catchphrase. And the new catchphrase, in case you haven't heard it, is, "Your body, my choice." One of the first people, possibly the first person to put that out there, was noted white nationalist Nick Fuentes, who put on social media the day after the election, "Your body, my choice, forever." And if that weren't bad enough, right-wing streamer John Miller said, quote, "Women threatening sex strikes like LMAO as if you have a say." That sounds very rapey. And then, of course, there is the text message hoax that is going around, being sent to people, that says this: "Greetings. You have been selected to be a house slave at Abingdon Plantation. Come to this address," and it lists an address, "at 5 a.m. tomorrow sharp with all of your belongings. This is mandatory. Our executive spaces will come get you in turquoise van. Be prepared to be searched down once you enter the plantation grounds. You will be stationed at Plantation Point L. Sincerely, Trump administration." Now, of course, that is not from the Trump administration. That is from people that just want to be racist and gloat that white nationalism apparently won the day on election day. But don't worry, folks. This hatred and vitriol coming from the right is not limited to online spaces at all. No, God, no. Activists celebrating Trump's win overtook Texas State University at the school's San Marcos campus, raising signs that read, "Women are property," "Homosex is sin," and lists that designated women and slaves under, quote, "types of property." That is how they view you. If you are not a pasty white male, like myself, they view you as property. They get to control your body. They get to tell you when and when you can't have sex, and with whom you can have sex or cannot. That is what they're telling us. That is how they are bragging about the Republicans winning the election. They feel emboldened. They feel empowered. They feel like this is what the election results told them. This is, of course, not what the election results said. People were believing that the economy is in the toilet, even though all indicators are up. Nevertheless, they voted based on the economy. They weren't voting based on culture wars. They weren't voting because they wanted white nationalists to win the day and they wanted black people to be slaves and women to be property. That is not what people voted for. Or at least that's not why they voted the way they did. Is it what they ended up voting for by virtue of the way they voted? Sure, it is. But it was not a mandate to go out there and say to another person that you are my property, that I control you and I control your body. That is not what happened last week. And that is what we have to fight back against. These emboldened, empowered, racists, and misogynists. This is not going to be easy, but it is a fight that all of us have to participate in. We all have to be united to fight back against this. Because if not, then they're right. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.